This episode of the Awesome Hour is brought to you by Concept Beard Co. Put it in your beard. Beard oils and bombs, handcrafted for the discerning gentleman. Go to conceptbeard.com and use awesome at checkout and save yourself 10%.
Hey, on today's episode, we got local comedian and lyricist extraordinaire Jim Kerr. He's on the podcast. He's going to tell us about his life and stuff. Ivan, hit the drop.
Welcome to the Awesome Hour.
I am the smartest man alive!
This is the source for all the things you didn't or even want to know, including all our bad life choices and mistakes, so you can stay awesome.
The Awesome Hour.
Hey, I'm Alec.
Jim Pell, Ivan.
Corbo.
And today we're joined by
Jim Kerr.
Jim Kerr. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
We're good. Welcome
good.
to the podcast.
This is quite the space you guys have here.
This is our Avengers Tower.
I love it.
And I pulled out my earphones. I can hear myself again. Avengers Tower.
Wait,
Always
don't
under
touch
construction.
things.
Yeah, I don't allowed to touch things. So you found the place okay? You put it in your GPS?
Yeah, I tried. You know, I think Siri's been flexing on me lately. Just
You're a Siri guy, eh?
she knows that I need her.
That's okay. We all
Just
do.
fucking with you a bit.
Yeah, she'll take me off the freeway, a block up, a block over,
Drives
and back
by
on. And,
Naples Jewelers. You're like, what are you trying to say, woman?
and she's just like, you need me, and I'm like,
Have you changed Siri's accent yet? I have an
No.
Australian Siri.
really?
Yeah, Siri. That's
Why
what she said.
Australian?
I don't know. I found it more attractive than the British or the normal.
I use Australia
Okay.
too because they pronounce words better.
Really?
It's not
Oh.
American, yeah. Like they don't say my name properly. They never say Ivan. It's like Yvonne.
That's fair.
Australian says Ivan.
Remember that YTV show,
criminals.
Yvonne of the North? He
Yeah.
was like he was a lumberjack in his underwear. You remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Vaguely.
Vaguely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah.
I think I've seen the adult version.
No, that's awkward.
Was
They
not
make
me.
porns of everything now, though.
They do.
Like,
Yeah.
if you think
It's
of
crazy.
it, they've made a porn. You can watch those characters having sex.
Yeah.
Rugrats,
Why
the
not?
Avengers.
You think you're unique?
Rugrats.
That's
Rugrats.
That's not okay.
Really,
Yeah.
Rugrats.
It's a thing,
People
dude.
are into that.
It's
I guess.
weird.
It's yucky.
Mama Pickles is hot. She's thick. As the kids say, I think.
The step thing is what messes me up. Everything's like
That's a thing, hey?
it's
like,
everywhere. It's such a thing that you
like
can
my-
exclude that category. Like,
My
you
twin
know,
stepsister is like, that does not work out properly, but it's not deterring me.
growing up, everyone's like, oh, Swedish twin. But twins, if you think about it, that's fucked up. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
What,
It's
Swedish
incest.
twins?
They're sisters.
They're the
Yeah.
same.
Oh, twins together, you mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if you can conquer that hill.
Why would you
But-
want to?
But
That's
like,
a
yeah,
lot.
two
That's-
sisters hooking up
yeah.
with each other. Isn't
You're
that
promoting incest.
Whatever. It's their
That's-
fucking incest, not mine.
Yeah, but you're in the room. It's weird, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
not-
Ivan.
Well, I'm
Jim?
not the one committing the incest, just saying.
Are you just getting that out
You're
on
still
record?
promoting it.
Just like, excuse me, Judge. Episode
Yeah.
172, 2 minutes in.
I think you'll find.
Excuse me, Judge. Can you write that down? Because that's going to be the name of the episode.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yeah.
Got it. Jim, now that we've talked
Yeah.
about incest porn, having sex with twins, and people's jewelers, not sponsoring this podcast, how you doing? We've asked you that already.
Yeah.
As well,
I'm doing fantastic.
yeah. Give us your story. So we'll talk. You're spinning a couple plates here.
I am.
You're not just focusing on one aspect. You're
No.
painting a beautiful picture of art. So let's start with comedy.
Such an artist. I think when you look at me, you think artist.
I
for
saw
sure.
artist.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this homeless guy, aka Jim the artist?
he looks like an artist that has a day job.
Exactly.
Which is the case.
Speaking of day jobs, you are a comedian.
Yeah.
That's
That's not my day job yet, but
you're hoping
one day.
So
yeah.
when did you get into comedy?
It's
Why
been,
comedy?
It's been just over a year.
So this is fresh.
Yeah.
This is a new journey.
It's a new journey. That's
you
right.
just got your Pikachu and you're on your way.
That's right.
I just had to check your Pikachu.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, just go with it, Jim. Just go with it.
Yeah,
He's
exactly
going to
that.
say things.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
with
Just
it.
nod your head.
I started about a year ago. There's a place called the Grindstone Theater,
Yeah.
just off White Ave.
Okay.
Like a comedy theater. It's been around for maybe like a year and a half.
They just did their a festival.
festival,
Their
that's
first
right.
annual.
Yeah, and so I ended up took like a class workshop
Okay.
stand-up thing there, and I saw an ad for it one
Yeah.
day at work, and just thought,
You were
give
at
it a
the
shot.
water cooler. There was a poster.
Yeah,
it had the
I saw-
numbers on the bottom. You grabbed
right,
one. You
grabbed
put it in
one.
your pocket.
except the internet version, and I was at my desk.
I like it.
Pretty much the same thing.
Perfect.
But I thought this, this could be an in for me. It's something
in.
that I always thought would be an interesting thing to try, but I didn't see a path into it for myself.
Okay, so you're like, fuck it, YOLO. That's what
Yeah.
the kids say. I'm gonna
Yep.
do this. I'm gonna jump into it. So you take the class,
Yeah.
and you hit it. You're like, this makes me feel something. I feel alive.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
drugs, but with laughing.
Yeah.
It's like laughing
legal.
drugs. Legal
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
Most drugs are legal.
Laughing
now.
That's true.
drugs.
Laughing
Yeah,
drugs.
I'm the
Yeah.
Joker now. Pop culture references everywhere. But anyway, so you take the class.
Yeah.
You've been doing it a year. So tell me the journey.
Yeah, so there's Edmonton's actually got one of the best comedy scenes in the country. There's a ton
So
of
I've
really
heard,
great
yeah.
comics. There's a ton of opportunities to get on stage,
Mm-hmm.
which is huge if you're brand new. There's open mics. I started at Urban Tavern
Okay.
on Sundays. The used to be the Druid.
Yeah.
They had a long-standing comedy night there.
Okay.
So I'd go there and just kind of get a few reps in and.
So what kind of comedian are you working at? Are you observational? Are you? I listened to your some of the clips on your Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Polyamorous.
Yeah,
that was
like-
good. I like that
Thanks,
because
yeah.
polyamorous is so hot right now. Everyone's
is.
fucking everyone,
Everyone-
but they're in relationships.
Everyone's yeah.
I love that.
Like I said, it used to take months before you figured out that the person you were dating was also,
Fucking somebody
dating
else.
a bunch of other people. Yeah.
Been to
It's
that
like
party.
millennials need a story for stuff, and
I
so
guess.
polyamory is just like
it's a big word.
It's
I can't
that.
even spell
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Let alone do it.
Women got deep into the cheating game, and now there's just like a word for it.
Yeah, they just made it normal.
Yeah.
Guys were like, no, that's still cheating, but
Yeah.
I'm still paying
Their,
for
their
everything.
version of cheating is like full other relationships.
Yeah, like other families.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Jim
Gaffigan.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
He's
Jim
got a movie
Gaffigan.
coming out about having two families, and his one kid finds out and then tries to blackmail him.
Oh.
It's a whole thing.
Gaffigan has 2 families?
Yeah, the dude
Oh, wow.
with the he's like looks albino.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure in real life he's got like 6 kids, so he basically has 2 families
Yeah,
in real
that's
life.
a lot. I
a lot of
got
kids.
one. That is too
Yeah.
many. One
6
too
is a
many. No, I'm
lot.
just kidding. I love my kid. Anyways, so you take the class, you're cutting your teeth,
Cutting
you're
my
figuring
teeth,
out
yep.
where you are. The community take you in.
It's one comedian. Actually, you've had him on the podcast, Alex Fortin.
Oh, great guy.
He
great
described it one time because you're kind of hanging around, and I think a lot of people come and go from the scene, so no one really, invests too much at the start.
Yeah.
But eventually, you're hanging out enough. You've been getting the reps in, and people start to talk to you. And Alex described it as one of your parents starts, like your parents get divorced, one of them starts dating again.
Yeah.
And you're like, this guy's kind of cool, but he's probably not going to hang around.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
So I think it takes a bit of time.
Stepdad syndrome.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time for them to be like, okay, this person's hanging out. They're
still
they're
here.
working. I
like
yeah.
it.
So once I got to that point, start to make friends with all the comics.
Yeah.
And then you can get on all the shows around town. There's shows basically every day,
That's awesome.
which is wild. Yeah.
okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
And-
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, and at this point, I've got 3 monthly rooms that I'm running, and I'm involved in a couple other ones. So
That's
I
something
got
else I wanna
right
touch
deep
on.
into the
So
scene.
you're only a year into this.
Yeah.
But you were like, fuck the shallow end. I'm just gonna jump right into it.
Yeah.
So you say you have 3 rooms that you're curating almost?
yeah.
Are you also running an Instagram account? Are you the one running Yag Stand Up?
Yeah.
So that's Alex had touched upon that and how it's trying to bring the community together. And if you want to watch comedy, so you're curating that, hey?
Yeah, there's a few of us that there's an Edmonton comedy Facebook group, and
Okay.
that's the kind of our attempt at really showing the full breadth of what's going on in the city.
I dig it. I like it because
Yeah.
a lot of people are out for their own. They're like, come see my show.
Yeah.
Whereas like you're like, come see everyone's show.
Well, the thing about it is it's hard to put on a bad show here because the strength of the comedians in town, you're putting together a great lineup every time you go out there.
So you're low key promoting as well then at this case.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah,
So
for
okay,
sure.
what is your day job then? Like, do you dabble in this already? Is this just second
I-
nature for you, or?
I work in communications. I work
Okay.
kind of in media firm. I was a journalist, years ago.
Okay.
But I work in communications now, so there's a lot of similar skills, I think, that kind of. And I've done all this, like, I've been dragged to networking events and stuff my
Yeah.
whole career, where I was kind of
Synergy.
Like, this
Remember
is
when that
stupid.
was a
yeah.
word?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cross-platform synergy
Yeah.
for sure, man. Let's just blue sky that for a second, boys. Shit makes me sick. But I started to once I was applying those same skills
Yeah.
to something like
Those
comedy,
pillars,
where it
if
was
you
like,
will.
this is something I really want.
Yeah.
Not that but when it's not when
You
it's
enjoy it. It's
yeah,
something
it's
you enjoy
different
doing.
than your day job.
Yeah.
And started to realize that I kind of had that.
Yeah.
And was able to. I was able to make a lot of friends in the scene and get
Okay.
a lot of great advice and get a lot have a lot of good
Yeah.
mentors locally, and it was just kind of like, what's the next natural step? And a fellow comedian, Natasha Lynn Miles, and I
Okay.
started a show together last November.
Okay. Like a podcast, a TV
No,
show, a YouTube show,
a
like
monthly comedy show.
Okay,
Yeah, at
okay.
99.10
Okay.
downtown. Yeah, and so we've been running that. It's
home of
called-
the hip hop brunch, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me. I leave the house every now and then. Go ahead.
There you go. Yeah. But we started a show there, and just kind of, I really enjoy the part where you're putting the lineup together and planning the shows and stuff. So I ended up kind of falling into a few other relationships with people who, Century Hospitality Group I'm working with right now on a couple rooms.
Okay.
Just sort of ended up talking to them, and it was actually a lady that I work with saw us, or not even work with. We work on the same floor.
Okay.
Shared kitchen. Saw us chuckling.
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you guys laughing at?" Start
You.
talking, and she goes, "Hey, I know this guy. He wants to do comp." And that's how that connection came together.
That's crazy, man.
It's very, you
Like, I don't
put
want
it
to
out
say,
there.
like, yeah, like you took a class, you YOLO'd it, and now look
YOLO'd
at you.
it. Yeah, look at me.
So it was like you were meant to be there. So you're talking about, you did communications and stuff.
Yeah.
I also, you're curating rooms, but you're also working on your own stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you get your inspiration? That's back to what kind of style comedian are you? Like, where are you pulling jokes from? Where are you?
Just
like,
the day to day, really. Like, I'll see things, and before where I would just think that's funny.
are you a notepad
Now-
comedian where you're just like,
yeah,
old lady falls?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's hilarious.
People falling.
I gotta do something with that.
Every page of my notebook. Yeah. You guys ever seen people fall?
What's the deal? They're standing up, but then
What's
they're
the
not.
deal with
Next thing you
tripping?
know. There we go. Yeah, so you come across things like the polyamory bit. I mean, it was just something I noticed as I was flipping through the apps.
Yeah.
I thought, everyone's polyamorous.
What is this?
Yeah, and then you start to, I think, after a year of trying to write jokes, because
Yeah.
the first while you're bad.
Yeah.
Like you're
No,
trying.
you got to get
you're-
out there.
you're
You got to.
trying.
You got to cut your teeth.
Yeah, you'll write some jokes, and then you'll do them, and you're like, those are okay. And then the next time you look at them, you're like,
I can rework
these are
this.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like, who would even?
Yeah.
What kind of? You almost want to go back and be like, I can't believe you laughed at that.
You just go in the mirror and you're now that meme. It's like, damn it. You're going to be funny, dude.
Exactly. But
I dig it.
as you go, you start to refine that your own process, and you get to watch other comedians take a new joke,
Yeah.
and maybe work on it over the course of a week or two. You get to see it change from the kind of initial where you're like, that's funny, but it's maybe not quite there.
Yeah.
To the final product. And really, that's a lot of what communications is. So
Yeah.
it's kind of the same principles being applied to a different thing.
Oh,
where
I
it's,
dig it.
you got a funny idea.
Yeah.
How can I get this into like 2 punchy lines or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah. How can I? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I dig that, dude. I dig it. So I'm a fan of comedy. Like, I love comedy. I've never been on the stage. I'm sure.
should do it.
No, I'm good. I have a podcast. It's safe. I'm in the basement. I got my friends for protection. It's a safe space. I take an Ativan. We're good. It's all good. I don't need to be on stage.
Okay.
But anyways, so I've always been a fan of
pure
comedy. Is
panic.
that- what? I don't know what you're talking about. So a year ago,
Yeah.
you were a communications guy who was a fan of comedy.
Yeah.
Who said, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
I respect the shit out of that.
And I started performing the music stuff a little bit, and
We're going to talk about
we'll
the
get
music
there.
stuff as a whole thing. I want to.
But
talk
it was,
about.
it was this idea that all of us, like, whatever changed upstairs,
Yeah.
where I was like, you know what, I can get on stage and try this. Whereas before, it was something, I
So you
couldn't picture a
downplayed the
few.
artist thing, but no, you have a medium, and it's
Yeah.
talking, it's lyricism, and we're going to talk about that. But you have skills. So you're curating these
special
shows.
set.
A special set. I know where you are. What was the taken line? What was it? I have a special set of skills, and I'm going to kill you and save my daughter.
Definitely
Something
not
like
that,
that.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a
Yes.
judo chop everybody.
Yeah.
Gist
Everybody.
of it, yeah.
I'm
We're
not
all
going to
gonna
save
die.
my daughter's friend. She's too far gone.
No.
Did you know that was a glaring point of that movie where he just left her to human trafficking?
Yeah, but why would he worry about somebody else when
That's
she
true.
doesn't matter? He's going for his daughter.
a
not
fan-
You're
Family
already there. I
friendly.
mean, you got to
Doesn't
try
he
it.
Could have
matter.
just been like,
No.
get off the dope.
Fuck
Get out.
that.
Aren't they on like Taken 4 now too?
Oh, probably.
Like, Taken
I feel-
4,
Are they?
Taken
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like the
bullshit.
WWE
Shit.
is taking it over now, and now that's like Taken with John Cena.
Yeah, I was just gonna
like
say.
like they do that. Remember the Marine
Yeah.
with Wahlberg?
Were you taken, or can you just not see me?
Exactly. I'm not here. He was. Side note: he was amazing in Bumblebee. Like
see
it
that.
was, he was great. He had a great line about
yeah?
the Decepticons. He's like, they're literally called Decepticons. We shouldn't trust them. I'm like, damn it, John Cena.
Damn
To
it,
the
John
point.
Cena.
But anyways, you have a special set of skills that you've honed
Yeah.
during your day job.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing the comics with the day job? Is that something you're competing in, or is that something you're just curating? Because I saw you were promoting that.
Yeah, I mean, I
That's been around for a while. Rick Bronson.
yeah,
yeah,
that- yeah. The funniest person with a day job there.
Thank you.
Yeah. I went up once.
You tried it?
I didn't get through my round. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of fumbled through my set. To
That's
be honest
okay.
with you.
That's
You know,
okay.
it's- Yeah.
But you were like, fuck it, I don't need this. I'm just gonna start up 15 other rooms.
That's right.
and
I have a
fucking
day
own
job.
them. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I've also now seen these secret shows start popping up. Is that something you've got your thing?
I'm
you got
involved
your
in that. Yeah,
So what's
yeah.
the secret show? It's like I grew up like punk music and
Yeah.
like hardcore and
Yeah.
stuff, and they were like, we're having a house show. It's invite only type thing. If
Yeah.
you knew someone, you got the address. That's what I'm getting a feel of. These,
That's the feel we're going for.
Yeah?
It's at a secret location. Believe the headliner's secret each week.
yeah.
There's some other stuff about it.
Yeah, you don't want to. We're gonna keep it secret on the podcast. We're not even gonna.
Yeah, you're not even gonna tell.
We're not even gonna.
Well, weed's legal. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, weed's legal.
And this-
they're those guys. See, Alex
no, and
touched
that
on
works.
it.
That works. Yeah,
Yeah, see,
I
it,
like
it. Good way of
it's
putting
it's
down.
like it's in a
It's
space
like
where
a
it
safe
works.
space.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a
safe space.
speakeasy, but a laugh easy.
So it's-
you're running a laugh easy.
I laugh easy, man.
You're like the Al
That's
Capone
exactly
of weed
it.
comedy.
That's exactly it.
Fucking put it on your business card. You're welcome.
But I mean, that's maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's not what it is. I don't know.
I don't know. Moving on. So you got a show. You've actually.
They're every Thursday at 9:30.
Are they really? But you got to know somebody, or at least have Facebook, right?
Yeah. Or
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
They're the same now. They're owned by Mark Zuckerberg. He owns us all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
He's an alien, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see he made like a box for like
face
his
his face looks alien-y.
So pale, like
yeah.
androidish.
Yeah.
He made a thing for his wife. It's like a box that lets her know when to get up and stuff.
An alarm
An
clock?
alarm clock?
Yeah, but it's with like daylight.
And it's got numbers
So
on
it's
it?
an alarm.
Nope.
It's like that. It's
No, it looks like a
that-
bamboo box. The
light turns
comes-
on. Yeah, there's alarm clocks like that. He just took it and
It's
made
like
it
a
better.
morning rise clock or
Yeah.
something. isn't
Zuckerberg
it?
did?
Yeah.
He just made it better. Yeah, he's Zuckerberg exactly.
Classic
I'm
Zuck.
pretty sure deaf people have had that forever. Where
Yeah.
it just like flicks
Yeah.
the lights on and
100%.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it shakes your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be dope, I think.
I want a shaking bed now.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah.
I grew up watching movies where you went to a motel and you put a quarter in the bed
Yeah.
and vibrated. I've
Never-
never come across one
never.
of those in the
Yeah.
wild.
I don't
Calgary.
think it's a thing.
That being said, I'd be. I don't know if that's
It's just like bed bugs floating up. You're like,
being an adult. I'm like,
yeah. Those are covered in jizz, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't- yeah.
wouldn't the vibrating throw you off your game though? You're just like, do you having a good time?
it might.
Well, you don't have to move at that point.
That's what you're using it
Just let
for,
the-
fucking? That's what you're using it
Just
for.
let the
That's
bed
what
do
you're
its
supposed
magic.
to be using it for.
How about just to relax because it's vibrating your body?
How
It's
about just
massaging
to
your
relax?
body.
Not gonna.
How
Yeah.
about just to relax you guys?
That's not.
Who's gonna fuck on a
Who's
vibrating bed?
Who's
Nobody.
relaxing
Think
on
about
a
it is,
vibrating
people
bed?
come all over hotel rooms.
Vibrating bed. A vibrating bed ain't gonna do shit for my game in the fucking sack.
Man, I can't
the
relax.
fuck's that
That would
gonna
give me
do?
anxiety.
Tom Segura
relax.
has my favorite bit almost of all time where he talks about how he ruins hotel room. His thing is disrespecting hotel rooms. and he does something to the curtains because he knows they don't change those.
Oh, that's
But,
gross.
See, I think if you add a vibrating aspect, you're just making it seem grosser. I don't know if it is
to,
grosser.
to the curtains.
Well, no, to the bed.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
to the
fair.
curtains too, I guess. I mean, make you look like you're doing
Yeah,
something
yeah.
good.
Can we just go back to the fact that Ivan goes to vibrating beds for relaxation?
I ain't fucking. Okay, hold on.
Hold
fucking-
on.
I ain't fucking on a vibrating bed because
Why
it ain't
not?
gonna. It's not gonna do anything. Obviously, you guys haven't fucked enough then because you ain't fucking on a vibrating
like
bed.
vibrates your butthole a little bit.
It doesn't. What do you mean? When you sit, you're putting your asshole on the corner of the bed. Vibrate, baby. Vibrate.
Maybe you're
Oh, that feels
Maybe it's
good.
for her back. You ever think about that?
What if you're on a business trip by yourself?
Putting your nuts on the corner of the bed and jerking off. Is that what you're doing? Because
Yeah.
I ain't fucking on a vibrating
How many
bed.
quarters you got?
Like what the fuck?
If there's a vibrating bed, I'm getting all the quarters. Like,
I'm not touching it.
yeah, well, no, I'll sleep on the couch.
I ain't fucking on a vibrating
No
bed.
one fucks on a vibrating bed. If you do, there's something wrong. You gotta go find something else that's gonna fucking spice up your sex life because it ain't a vibrating bed.
May
Well,
28th.
Comment down the stream if you fucked on a vibrating bed.
Let us know in the
Anyone,
comments
please.
below.
How was it?
So not only are you a comedian, a promoter, curator, you're also a producer for a local podcast that is yet to drop.
Yes.
How did you fall into that?
That, a couple really great comics in
Yeah.
town, Kathleen McGee and Sean LeComber.
Yeah.
They were looking for someone to. They were
Dead Baby
joining
Bear.
forces.
Yeah.
They were joining forces, and I had mentioned to Kathleen that I used to work in radio and have I had helped with a couple comedy albums, just
Yeah.
editing, just kind of pretty simple, nothing
Yeah.
too complicated.
Stop downplaying yourself. You're pretty amazing, Jim. Just go with it. Just enjoy it, okay?
But I will.
We're the vibrating bed of podcasts. Just enjoy us.
I think that's what the fucking episode's gonna call vibrating.
There's a
bed.
lot of
Vibrating bed
options.
podcast. So she just asked if I would be interested in it. it's an opportunity to basically watch two amazing comics riff for an hour a week.
And then you get to make it a show.
Yeah,
basically.
just
so you'll be doing editing and sound and stuff. You're producing it basically.
Yeah, I'll be making sure it gets uploaded to where it needs to be and stuff like that. And
But you don't have your own podcast.
no.
That's something you never were like, I'm gonna talk.
I used to dabble.
Yeah.
I did some sports stuff back years ago when I was in radio and stuff. But
Keep talking about this radio. Were you in Edmonton radio?
Yeah, I was a news anchor on the radio for about 6 years.
Shit, with
For
train
what?
With
station.
Ched.
We're Ched heads.
Yeah.
That's what we call ourselves. We're Ched heads. We love the Ched.
I don't
That's
never
awesome.
called myself that, but
Yeah, just came up with
That's
it. But
true. Let's listen to it.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool,
back,
man.
that was my life for a while.
That's rad.
Alex only in his 30s, but he's like a 90-year-old man upstairs.
That's kind of hurtful, but okay.
That's true.
So now that we've got to know you from a year to now, which is
Yeah.
pretty fucking amazing, let's talk the lyricist aspect
Yeah.
of you being an artist.
Yeah.
The Artist Studio.
The artist studio.
So you are one half of the duo that is Valley City.
That's correct.
If I'm correct, you've been writing the lyrics and making the beats since about 2017.
So, yeah, well,
Judging by the picture on your website, it's
Yeah.
dated 2017.
Yeah. That's when we started. When we actually started putting stuff on, like, kind of out there a little bit more. It was a hobby for a long time.
Yeah. How high were you when you came up with your rap name, Jay Crazy?
It was given to me.
That was given to you?
Yeah.
I
I
feel
mean,
like
when it's given to you, you got to
in the
You just
rap-
gotta take it.
in the
Yeah.
rap industry, I feel like it's an honor to be given a name. Like you
Yeah.
have to wear it. Like
Depending on who fucking gives it to you.
That's
Could be a
true.
diss.
so who?
Like
Get,
they could call you Chedhead.
the Ched? I'm telling you, Chedhead's gonna take off. There's
all
gonna be
all
like
fucking lo-fi, scratchy rap.
yeah.
that's. I'm
Chedhead.
pretty sure that's a thing. It's lo-fi.
Yeah, lo-fi's. Lo-fi's
I
big.
listen to it while I hang out on a vibrating bed. So you and Ben Pollock,
Yeah,
Benny P.
Benny P.
Did you give him that name or did someone else? Who's handing out these rap names?
Oh, that's just his. I mean, that's not
just- that's
not
what
really
he-
a rap name as much as it is just, but
That's just basically his name,
Yeah.
abbreviated and elongated.
Pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So okay, give me the backstory behind this. So yeah, Valley
well,
City.
I grew up listening to a lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
Amazingly enough, when I look back, Space Jam, when that came out, and the soundtrack to Space Jam had "Hit 'Em High,"
Hit 'em
I want
high,
to take it
Be
to
Real,
the Space Jam,
Coolio,
Space Jam.
Method Man. Like, it
Wasn't
was,
Seal on that too?
Busta Rhymes, Be Real. It was like 5 or 6 of some of the best MCs
Rapping.
of the era. So that
Spitting.
that was one of my kind of intros to it. Was like you
is
see
amazing.
this song, and it's a song that stands today as like a really great song. I
Yeah.
think. But at that time, I started listening to other stuff, and I grew up in a very musical household, and so I became interested in lyrics at a
Yeah.
earlier age and trying to figure out what they were saying, what they meant, So
Space Jam was your rabbit hole into hip hop.
one of yeah
like
for
it.
sure
Okay,
yeah
okay.
it was an exposure to 5 really great MCs,
And then from
you,
Nice,
you look
those
at you look
5.
into each one,
Yeah.
and hip hop is very layered when you start digging into the lyrics. It's references to the previous era or
Yeah.
references to other genres, and you end up just going on one of these journeys.
Yeah, and this is like, so Space Jam. This is pre-internet.
This is like 90s.
Yeah, so you're going to record stores, you're going to HMVs, you're flipping through, you're looking for shout outs. You're like, oh, this guy shouted this guy out.
Yeah.
I should check this guy out.
Totally.
You're spending $50 on a CD. That's why they went out of business.
That's why they went out of business.
It's too much. Too much money for CD, I tell you that much. So, okay, so you do this, and you're getting to the lyric aspect of
Yeah.
it. You wanted, you're quoted on your website as saying, you like, your lyrics are to question people on what they hear. So your lyrics are questioning them. You want to get them thinking. You're getting them thinking. You're not just rapping about coffee and smacking police.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
rapping about change.
Yeah, rapping about things that are maybe a little bit more if I start rapping about cars and things of that nature, it's
yeah.
not really,
not-
I drive a
it's-
2010 Ford Focus.
It's not your
so-
truth.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could rap around it if you really liked it. I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
why
true.
couldn't you?
That's
Yeah.
true.
You get heated
Ford
seat.
Focus was it's a great car.
What? I mean, it does the trick.
It got you here.
I like that you're not lying.
Yeah. All that to say, not a car guy.
Fair enough.
Roundabout story. Not a car.
Not a car guy.
So you drop your first EP. We had
Yeah.
listened to it at the beginning of the show. Alternate Facts.
Yeah.
It's 5 songs.
Yeah.
Story behind that.
So a couple of those songs we'd put together, a few years previous, and had kind of shared around the group of friends. And there was a few where a couple of our friends were like, "Oh, like I like
I really
like
like
that
that.
song.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a moment of just like, huh, like crazy. I did a thing and someone else like related to it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So started, putting a little bit more thought into it. And prior to that, I'd been I'd done a little production, like made, making music on my own. I drum and stuff. So I was always a big percussion guy.
So you say you come from a musical family. So
Yeah.
you have a big family that obviously plays music.
Yeah. My
So
dad
it's
can play almost any instrument.
So it's in your blood.
Yeah.
It's in
for
you.
sure.
You got to get it out. Okay.
Yeah, and so I'd been working, just kind of figuring out how to produce.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, Willie Styles is his
Willie
rap
Styles,
name.
yeah.
Yeah. He moves all over the world, so he's
Okay.
kind of he's part of the Valley City, but he's never around. He's kind
He's
of
like the
he's
Rob
all
the
over.
Viking of your Swollen members.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
The Swole member
Uh-huh.
reference. Yeah. So,
But
okay.
I started writing and producing for him.
Okay.
And then it just kind of morphed into wanting to
Do it yourself.
Yeah, wanting to do it myself. And during that time, Ben had become a really great producer.
Okay.
And so we just kind of
Did
started
you grow
to-
up with Ben? You and Ben are homies?
Yeah.
For a while now?
Yeah. Since like my mid to late teens.
Okay,
something like that.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and so we started putting stuff together and putting a little more effort behind it and
Yeah.
and trying to find ways to perform and venues to perform in. And so it just became like this is my focus now. I'm
Yeah.
going to put out some stuff that I like,
Yeah.
that I don't feel like, has any throwaway lines and
Yeah. So so crafting a joke to crafting a song can be similar but different.
Totally.
So where do you get your inspiration for your songs if you're not rapping about coffee and cops?
Well, there you go. A lot of I think a lot of stuff, maybe about half of the music that I write is kind of about. It's sort of meant to address like the kind of struggles someone might be going through, like from like a mental health perspective.
Yeah.
So looking at it in kind of like just a very kind of open and honest.
Yeah,
kind of
so like
raw
one
way.
day at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then you have one day at a time too. So
Yeah.
you dropped this album last year, October 10th, 2008.
Something like that,
yeah,
yeah.
so that's what Spotify was saying, something like that. So you drop it.
Yeah.
You're happy with it. What do you do from there? Are you now, because you already have this backstory, this history of curating shit, are you just putting on your own shows? You're guerrillaing this, if you will?
We're
Guerrilla warfare? in it?
That's kind of the plan. So I'm planning to launch a show at 9910. That's meant to be a showcase for local artists.
Okay.
So we'll have a couple openers.
Yeah.
And then a couple headliners, and it'll be a chance to to be in front of different audiences
Yeah.
than they might normally be. A chance to show a video project. We kind of wanted a bit of like a 106 in Park type
Okay.
style, where there's an interview a portion of it,
Yeah.
a short interview.
Yeah.
And then a performance, and 9910 has a projector, and I've seen them do some really beautiful stuff with it
Some
during
cool
during
things,
shows.
yeah.
And so that's June 6th,
Tentatively.
tentatively. Yeah,
If anything
we're
changes,
thinking
we'll-
June 6th.
Okay, I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
and we've got some K Riz is a local hip hop artist. He's going to
Okay.
be one of our headliners, and
Yes, the dude with the you were promoting the dude with the long hair. He was on Cruise. He was fucking Lachlan told us about him. I'd listen to some Mitchell Lawrence. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Lawler.
Lawler?
There he is.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Mitchell Lawler?
I think
was
so.
I
Yeah,
close
yeah.
at all?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's a fellow hip hopper.
Yeah, and that's a
Yeah.
fundraiser for the Heart of the City Festival.
Okay.
I believe at Why Not Cafe,
Okay.
which is 109th, and it's on the White Ave side of
The river.
the river.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're Northside
Yeah.
kids. Well, I am. So is Corbo. But anyways.
yeah, so
so-
that's something that we want to, and I'll host that, and so it'll start with I'll be able to
You'll
perform at the
MC it, if
beginning.
you will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay.
And that's meant to kind of give me some ties to the community, a
Yeah.
little bit stronger ties, but also just kind of just a way to build stuff up a little bit.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
you're very community orientated. Like you want to build a scene, and I like that. Every time we have somebody in, or we ask them about the scene, and they're always
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of this.
Just
It's
down
kind of
on
that.
it. Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
big on the scene, but you're a shining light of hope in the scene, and I like it.
A lot of I learned that from the comedy scene. To
Yeah.
be honest, like a lot of the the guys and gals that are really trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
they recognize that what's good for one or a few can be good for
What's
the
good for
larger
the
group.
goose is good for the gander. as they
That's
say.
exactly what they say.
That's exactly what they say.
That's-
So okay, so your comedy and your hip hop, they have a
Yeah.
nice, they're overlapping, intermeshing. It, I like it. I dig
Yeah.
it. So have you has comedy helped your hip hop? Has
think
hip hop
so.
helped your comedy?
I think both of them, the stage time from both of them,
Yeah.
has helps the others for sure. Like definitely the stage time from doing stand up has helped me be more comfortable it's a really interesting thing going up there and just trying shit.
Yeah,
and
it's
sometimes
seen where it's
people are
gonna
like,
stick.
no,
No, and then sometimes they're like,
yeah, that was awesome. And sometimes they're like totally straight faced, and after you get off stage, they're like, yo, that was funny. And you're like,
great.
That's
was
awesome.
it?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Was it?
Okay,
So
comedy
you-
crowd
yeah.
versus hip hop crowd. It's got to be two different groups.
Yeah.
So you're getting a thick skin no matter
Unless,
what.
unless the same friends respond to the Facebook invite.
I love that.
Trying to get beyond harassing my main group of friends.
Right.
You know?
That's a joke, but that's a real
But
thing. We've
it's
had
a- it's a
couple
jump.
It's a real
bands, eh?
struggle.
It
It's a real
really,
struggle.
yeah.
You want to sell tickets to people that aren't just your friends and family.
Yeah. You don't want to put all the pressure
Yeah.
on your friends and family.
That's what I was gonna ask you if you're oversaturating with all the shows that you're doing.
Yeah.
Is it hard?
It can be for
Yeah.
sure. Like I just went through a schedule where I was hosting 3 shows in about a week, and 2 of them were back to back, and I was like, man, I was trying really hard to like tell some people about one and some people about
Right.
the other,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to kind of, because it can be, but it's pressure to write new material as well, is what I'm finding. Pressure to have just different stuff, because then it makes it easier.
Yeah.
And with a lot of the really good comics in town, like they have enough material to be doing
2 different
to be
shows.
doing different stuff.
But they're not
Yeah.
on this show. We're talking
That's
to you,
right,
Jim.
that's right.
We want to know your process.
But when I'm curating these shows,
Yeah.
like that's something to consider too.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of really strong comics.
got a lot
and-
on your plate considering you also have a day job. Holy
Yeah.
fucking tits, man.
but it I'm
it keeps you busy.
I'm tired regardless, is what I've
Fair-
discovered in
as
life.
Post Malone once said, always tired. He got tattooed on his face. Always tired.
No.
He got always tired tattooed on his face.
Oh man,
Always tired. I'm sure it's on his face.
It is on his face.
Yeah, okay.
Man.
So alternative facts hits.
too easy.
You fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Alternative fuck you. Alternative facts hits.
Yeah.
You put all this effort into writing the songs for this album.
Yeah.
And now that's done. That baby's birth. You're working
That's
on
right.
a new one.
yeah,
Broken is the name of the
That-
new
yeah.
album, EP.
yeah, EP, Yeah, so it'll be
Okay.
about five songs again.
Okay, so I've seen, because you can go to Valley City Facebook and you can see you working through this live. Almost.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
have
yeah.
2 songs that you've released. You've got Broken and you've got City something. My City.
My City, yeah.
So what is gonna be different on this album if Alternative Facts was like question everything
Mm-hmm.
and take care of yourself? What's Broken? What is the
Well,
sophomore?
Yeah.
The sophomore album.
Well, I think the writing's just the another year's worth of practice and writing and doing other stuff. So I think the writing's better. My City, unsurprisingly, is a song that's full of local shout-outs.
I love it.
You know,
That's
that-
what turned me on to Cadence Weapon originally.
Right. Yeah.
Was
Oh,
Oliver
man, it was
Square,
big.
man.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I've been to these places.
I know.
Rap for me.
I swear, like you grow up being like, oh, like I wish I was from Crench. No, I don't.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
no.
But
Yeah.
you're like, I wish someone would shout out something I know.
Yeah. But no, that's awesome. So My City it's an ode to Edmonton.
Yeah, yeah, and so that kind of speaks to what I've been doing that last year or so, just trying to
Because you're now part of the city.
network.
The city is now you're part of it. You're in
which
there.
which is cool.
Yeah.
It's fun to be part of these scenes and
Yeah.
be just be among them and with comedy being able to get more stage time for my friends. Basically,
when do you just fuck it and put them both? Have a hip hop comedy show.
yeah,
When's that happening?
It's probably inevitable,
Be a
right?
weird mix.
It might
But it
be.
would be awesome. That's like Kings of Comedy type stuff.
Yeah, some Def Jam.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But Edmonton,
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah.
I can see. I would attend. I would RSVP. I'm coming. I'm not coming. I don't leave the house often. But seriously. But no, when's that gonna happen? Okay, no. Bring it back. I'm moving too fast. My City's about my city.
Yeah.
Broken. What's Broken about?
So
where does that come from?
Broken again. The kind of the story behind that one is basically like a person looking at and some partially my own experiences and partially just in general, but looking at your life and thinking one thing about yourself, and then working through that over the 3 verses to realize that you're not broken. You're just your own unique spin
truth.
on
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah,
I dig it.
And
Okay.
everyone is that.
Okay.
And so, because of that understanding, I think, is good for just a self-awareness and
growth.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
that was a really interesting thing about comedy is that really early on, they'll all tell you like you're gonna bomb lots,
Yeah.
you're gonna bomb often, you're gonna bomb years from now, you're gonna
Yeah.
bomb now, but it's not always you.
Yeah.
Like there's a million reasons. Like I mentioned earlier, someone sit there totally straight faced, and
Yeah.
then afterwards like that was really funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you could have laughed at one of my jokes,
yeah,
asshole.
and you see great comics killing one night and doing the same set the next night with a different crowd and it doesn't hit as hard. Or
Well, I went and saw Doug Stanhope when he was working through his material
Right.
at the Avenue a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And like it was shit he hadn't refined.
Yeah.
He was working through shit. Some of the stuff was hilarious. Some of it was dark as fuck. Some of it just wasn't funny. That's where like my love of comedy is. I like that working through, and that's why I like it.
But
I like hearing about that
you,
stuff.
You start to understand though that like people's reactions to anything.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. You can't necessarily just. Someone looks at you on the street or something. You're like, fuck that guy. Man.
Yeah.
Like, he might not even have seen you. You know, and so just pulling that out of comedy into everything else.
Yeah.
And realizing that when you go up on stage, a lot of people in the crowd are petrified to do it. So even the fact that you're going up on stage, or the fact that
you've
other
taken
comics
them
see you
out
working,
of their comfort zone as well.
well, there's a respect for the fact that you're trying, and
I
with,
like
with
it.
the other comics, if they see you working and they see you trying material, and there's a respect for the fact that you're working.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's just it's good to go up on stage with that mentality that you know I'm doing this. It might not work.
But I'm here.
Yeah, but
I'm
I've tried
here,
it,
and I'm trying. Yeah,
exactly.
I like it.
Okay, so what do you do with this? There's like I've been to a couple local like put on at like bars and venues and stuff, right? And they were not good. Like they were bad. It was really bad. Like what do you do in that situation?
Like when the crowd is rough.
No, like
Or
when the
comics are
comics
bad?
like really bad. Like it's like
When
no,
it's just a bad room in general. I'm sure you.
No,
haven't
I'm
curated that.
talking about
No?
the comic being
Like
bad.
if
Like
the
it is
material's
not.
bad?
Yeah, it is not funny. The dude's not nailing anything. He's not good.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be doing it. Like
Well, you just hope that person gets the hint eventually that it's maybe not for them.
Have you witnessed that though? Have you witnessed the car accident yet?
Yeah, but I mean, people are trying, right?
Yeah.
So there's like there's a
I
level.
love how fucking positive you are. You're I mean, you're
sometimes
fucking
okay.
light.
Sometimes fuck them,
Yeah.
but other times,
Most of the time, you're like, that takes cojones.
sometimes you see someone trying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and you're just kind of like,
there's no evolution.
on.
There's no growth. in
Yeah,
their
that's-
set.
that's what I'm-
it's not working.
Yeah.
Try something else.
Should
Yeah.
some people just not be a comic, or do you think everyone has
that's
it
what
in
I'm
them?
saying. Like, cause I've seen a pretty bad car crash one time, and I was just like, you know what? Like,
Yeah.
I laugh at stupid shit. Like,
As
I'm
a
not-
curator, what do you do at that point?
that's what I
'Cause
mean.
now-
Like,
right.
what are you doing now?
Right.
because now that's kind of on you because you booked me to go
Yeah.
on stage, and I literally had like 15 rape jokes. Like, and I said the N-word.
And that
but no, like,
and
legit,
that,
like,
and that would be on me, and I would just.
so
have
what do you
to-
do in that sense? How do you approach that person? Be like, hey, I'm probably not going to book you again, or do you just not book them again?
I mean,
a promoter point
probably
of view.
both.
Yeah?
I haven't run into that.
Not yet?
I haven't run into that yet.
When can I
Thank
start?
fuck.
No, I'm just kidding. No, that's cool, but that's another aspect I never even thought of.
Yeah.
There's one comic in town named Gulliver Twist,
Yeah.
and he kind of dabbles in the raw.
Yeah.
And there's certain rooms where they won't really tell him that he can't come, or they just won't ever put him up.
Gotcha.
And so
So you're putting.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna. I want to get back to comedy for a second. So So you're curating these shows,
Yeah.
and you're putting these shows in new locations, right?
Mhm.
Like you're putting them in restaurants
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, if you have a comedian, like obviously comedians should be able to play to the room.
Yeah.
But you've now kind of put your neck on the line. And what if this
Totally.
comedian? Have you ever had to go back? And I know it's still really new. Have you had
Yeah.
to go back to the venue and be like, hey, I know that they didn't read the room.
Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
Not
but,
yet.
But part of it that would be on me because
Yeah.
I would be, someone asked me for a spot the other day and I'd never heard of them or seen them, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow,
Yeah.
I can't just.
I need something.
Can't say I got to hear something.
Yeah, I gotta just
Yeah.
is
Got any
someone else
references?
vouch
So
for you, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
okay.
that's good enough. If,
Yeah.
if someone else in the scene says, oh yeah, that guy's sweet.
Well, I
That's good enough for me.
skate a ramp that's like an invite only, and if I invite somebody and they're an asshole, I lose my invite
Yeah.
to the ramp.
Yeah.
Right.
Same idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
okay.
you got to be mindful of that stuff, and if if it's a room that you're worried about someone.
You're not gonna book that. You're not gonna
Yeah.
book an unknown.
So
I
is
like
there
it.
so coming from like playing in the music scene here in the city?
Yeah.
Is there those elitists too in there every once in a while? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
Like the Edmonton elitist.
Yeah, well, there's like there's some rooms that are young university student is kind of the general. So there's people who will kill at other rooms and they'll go there and people will pull back. Like,
Yeah.
Ugh.
oh, I don't know. And it's like
Gotcha.
just fucking laugh. Like
Fair enough. Fair enough.
sometimes I don't really. I mean, I wouldn't say I have too gross material, but sometimes in those ones I'll be a little grosser than I normally would, just to
Just to get that, yeah.
Slap them a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The world is gonna crush you. Enjoy university.
So life gets harder.
Yeah, not easier, asshole.
And now for some jokes.
How are those loans?
Yeah, totally.
Hope you can swim. Anyways, so back to the hip hop thing. So do you write the lyrics and Ben produces the beats,
That's
or where
it.
does
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's the
that's
partnership?
exactly it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Ben does
Okay.
good work on those beats, by the way.
He's
Those are some nice
he
beats.
does
Yeah,
some great
decent.
stuff.
I'm quite fond of the lyrics. Sometimes I just turn the beats off and just listen to what Jim here is saying. But then again, Ben's not here, so Jim is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot harder to make good music if you don't have good music to
Fair
make
enough.
it on, right?
So does he give you the beat and you write the lyric, or do you have lyrics and you're like, I got this.
Yeah.
What do you got? And then you sift through, you find the beats, you sample.
Yeah, we've got a whole folder of beats that he's made and ones that he wants me to use and stuff. And then
Yeah.
I've got stuff that I've written, and I'll put things together, try to make things work. And so generally I'll have an idea, and I'll go through some of his stuff and try and find something that fits the mood or
Okay.
yeah.
So when are you gonna drop Broken? You're two songs in. Is it done?
It's supposed to be. It's getting mixed right now. Mixed and
Nice.
mastered right now.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
Like
So-
I want it now, but it might be a few weeks. I don't know.
Okay, so you got this music, you've done it.
Yeah.
You've put it out digitally, so you're making pennies on the cent, less than that. We've done the math.
Yeah.
You're not making
Yeah.
anything.
No.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you-
actually paying. No.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's a
podcast.
thing.
$10
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah, basically, it's yeah. Are you putting out cassettes? Are you pressing it to vinyl? Because I know there's a vinyl press here in
Yeah.
town now. Are you making mixtapes and slipping it into people's backpacks?
See, these
All
are
of the
these are
old
things
school?
I'd like to. I think I want to take a bit more of a full court press in promoting it with
Yeah.
the what's to come, and some of those would be awesome ideas.
Yeah.
And part of that, the show at 9910 on June 6th is called Downtown Rhythm.
Yep.
And so part of that is allowing people that have those types of things.
That have
you know,
rhythm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that have cassettes or CDs or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Because kids, to sell them there and
Yeah.
to sell their merch. And like I've got T-shirts and hats and stuff that
I like it. I
Are
like
you
it.
are you limited to hip hop or everything?
What's that?
Or
Oh,
just-
it's
it's
open.
everything?
Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
I like it. It's it's like a royal bison of music. Almost.
Totally.
Yeah, I
totally.
dig that.
Just
That's
an
awesome.
opportunity
Yeah, I dig
to
that.
an opportunity to like come together in a different way, kind of thing.
So let's say you're enjoying comedy, but you're not. It's not hitting as like hard as you want it to.
Yeah.
And you have all these other opportunities. Do you pivot now? Even with hip hop, do you pivot and do you become a local promoter, curator? Is this something that like are you going where the puck's going? Are you Gretzkying it? You're seeing where the puck's gonna go.
keeping
like
an eye on the puck.
You're
know?
enjoying the ride, but
Yeah.
you're like, okay,
Well, as it continues, because it's been a year of comedy, and
Yeah.
that's a blip on
That's-
the radar.
that's
really.
fucking-
It's,
yeah, that's-
it's next to nothing.
but to be
But-
honest, and like to pat you on the back, you've done pretty okay in a year. Like
Well,
you've got
yeah.
out there in a year. That's
the
not bad.
opportunities here it's insane.
Yeah.
With what you can do, right? And it's a really supportive group, and so you feel like getting out there and working, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I've definitely, because I work during the day, but then there's these other opportunities that might take over at some point. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of neat to be in that position of like, oh, there's a couple
Yeah,
things that I got going here.
You've played the game well, and like you've put yourself on a full court press. And I like it.
right.
I want to use a basketball analogy just because go Raptors, right?
Yeah, that's
you
right.
see that
That's
fucking
right.
shot last night?
Did you
Kawhi?
see the
Kawhi-
picture?
Oh
Like,
my gosh. Yeah,
There's a picture of him in the corner looking up,
Oh.
and Joel Embiid
oh,
and a couple guys on the other side
Yeah.
had seen it go
Oh.
in already. Ben Simmons and Jimmy Butler, they're already like
Yeah, and then
some
it was
Renaissance.
It was
shit.
good. It was
Yeah.
good. 18 years we needed that. Anyways, go Raptors. But yeah, man. So that's really I like it. So we got Broken on the. Okay, yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah. We're
What else
doing
do you what else do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about it anywhere you want to? Anything you want to bring up?
Let's just go with it. What do you
You want
guys
to? Okay,
think?
then we're gonna finish the show off with.
Yeah.
We have it's called Random Thoughts.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do these random thoughts. I'll go through them, and you just tell me what you think.
Alright.
You crap on me, you agree with me. We'll finish the show with. Oh,
I mostly crap on him.
yeah, I get crapped on a
That's
lot.
like the fucking vibrating bed.
that you've only used for back massages. But you know what I use all the time?
Yeah,
It's
and-
Concept Beard Co. Concept Beard Co. An amazing concept that you put in your beard. It's Concept Beard Co. You go to conceptbeard.com. You use the promo code AWESOME at checkout to save how much, Corbo?
10%.
Holy fucking shit, you could take that 10% and you could go buy yourself a Spotify membership or whatever you use, and you could go listen to Valley City's Alternative Facts. It's a great album. Go do it. Concept Beard Co. Put it in your beard. And that's how we pay the bills.
Beauty.
Anyways, so yeah, okay, let's do random thoughts, and then we'll let you plug some stuff, and then we'll call it a day.
Sweet.
We'll call it a game.
Sweet.
I like it. It's been fun.
It's been a great time.
Having a good time. Monks are basically people who have figured out how to live in the constant post-nut state. You know the post-nut clarity you get when you're now judging what you've just jerked off to or what you've just had sex with?
But are monks sitting there judging? Like, are monks sitting there in a pile of shame, just like, what the closing tabs?
But you know what I'm saying? You know that
Maybe.
clarity? You know? No?
I know what you're talking about. That like, should I call my ex? And you're like,
No, I'm not going to. Okay. So no to that. That's a...
I feel like
Monks don't even jerk off.
No, but the clarity that you get...
They have that clarity
Post-jerk-
24/7.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying!
It's not from self-gratification.
So-
No, I never said it was fun.
Okay,
I just said they're
okay.
living in a post-nut clarity. You know
Okay.
the clarity...
it's a type of nut. That's what we're getting to. If it's into someone, then it's like, and then it's maybe like, okay,
Yeah.
the world is a big place. But if it's by yourself, that's when you're kind of like, that's when you're closing tabs. And like,
That's the shame nut.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but you understand the clarity you get.
So you
not
think
that
they're
the-
like Costanza smart?
Yes.
There we
Okay.
go.
You get
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
They're Costanza calm.
Yeah, yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. That's better.
Yeah.
Do you accept that,
No.
vibrating bed man? No. Okay. Hit us, Corbs. I see the phones out.
Put a little mark next to that one. Yeah, that's good.
No, you go.
Is telling someone to breathe better than telling them to calm down? Will someone take you telling them to breathe better
Ooh, that's a
than
tough one.
you telling them
tough
to
one,
calm
yeah.
down?
I think it's the same thing.
Is it the same thing?
For me, I think.
How about by gender?
Ooh.
I think you can tell a dude breathe or calm down, and they're going to take it equally the same.
I would take breathe. No, I take breathe better than calm down because I know that if I breathe and control my breathing,
Yeah.
it's a thing I do. Right?
Depending on who
Yeah.
it's coming from, too.
Yeah.
Calm down is about your attitude.
Right.
So you're like,
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I'll show you
Yeah.
fucking
Wish
calm
someone
down,
would
that's
tell
what
me to calm down. You see, I'm gonna stop breathing
Yeah.
Start choking yourself.
on a vibrating bed.
I got nothing.
Oh, I'm gonna be a monk. I'm gonna be a monk. I'm gonna be a monk.
Corpse?
There's probably a girlfriend somewhere that's mad at her boyfriend and thinks he's cheating on her because she saw another girl's pictures on her phone. But really, it's him taking a selfie with a Snapchat filter.
Oh, that's real.
I've seen some fucked up shit from that new cell. I don't
Yeah,
have
they're
Snapchat,
weird.
but I
Yeah.
have social media.
My brother-in-law
Yeah.
looks like Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
No, it's fucked.
I did it the other day.
And are you pretty?
I was pretty. Yeah, I was pretty.
There you go.
I can see that.
So would you toss your own salad?
Would it be my own?
Sure. Because, I mean, it's you.
so weird. Just keep going. Keep going.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know. I don't think.
Get weird.
Would you
now.
toss your girl self-salad?
Would you
don't
have
know.
sex with yourself?
Yeah, there you go.
If I was a chicken,
Well,
I'd fuck
it
myself
wouldn't be.
all day.
It wouldn't be me.
Would you fuck your twin?
No.
No, what the fuck?
I'm bringing it back
That's-
around to the beginning of the
that's-
show.
that's
a
not.
callback,
I
baby.
was bringing it back around.
You know what? I saw the best meme about this today, though. It was remember from Ace Ventura, Finkel and Einhorn?
Einhorn.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
I've seen
Einhorn is
that,
Finkel.
yeah, yeah.
All of the internet today.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Your gun's digging into my head.
Oh.
I saw one of the. It was a dude making out with his girlfriend. And he was kissing on her neck, and she did the filter, so it looked like he was kissing on a
Oh.
dude. And he like turned over. He's like, "Ah, what you gotta do me like that for?"
Yeah,
It was great.
It was
great.
good.
Yeah. Girls must be having a great time with that
Oh,
because
they're
guys
having
are
so
so
much fun.
scared of looking like they might be sort of maybe potentially gay.
Yeah, but I saw one of my friends. She did it, and she looked. I didn't know that she had done the male version of it. I was like, oh, I don't understand this. But then it made sense. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, so banjos are just guitars with a southern accent.
No.
Banjos
No.
are just guitars with
Not
a
even
southern
fucking
twang.
close.
If anything, they'd be more of a
Not
bass
even
because they're four
fucking
strings.
close. It has a fucking snare on it.
Banjos,
And
Does
it
that,
only has
does that have a snare on it?
and it
Yeah,
only
like I
has
said,
4 or 5 strings.
because it's not southern. It doesn't have a
Because
southern
it's not
accent.
Southern.
Okay, a banjo is just a bass with a southern.
What about a steel guitar? Would make
I
more
don't
sense.
fucking know.
A skateboard
I like how
is
just
just a
anyway.
scooter without handles.
Technically, it kind of is,
Yeah.
but it's got 4 wheels instead of 2.
Skateboard is just a snowboard without snow.
Boom. A rollerblade is just a skate with wheels.
A knife in your throat is still just a knife in your throat.
That's mean.
It is mean because I don't play banjo.
Hey, calm down.
I can play banjos,
Breathe,
but I don't.
What's wrong with banjo?
Oh, you took it pretty well. You took it pretty well.
You know what? I'm going to change that X to a check mark now. Okay, thank you. Why did we just... I watched Game of Thrones last night. Everybody had swords. Why did we stop carrying swords? I feel like a sword
Well,
was
let me start with this.
sign
All
of-
the shootings.
Yeah, guns.
Humans
Match-
are assholes.
But if we didn't
Yeah.
have... If,
women and men are fucking just pieces of shit.
People like you would cut themselves.
People get mad.
No.
Put it this way: if I had a
purposely.
gun and you pulled out a sword, I would respect that you had a sword.
exactly.
But I would still
You
win.
get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
would-
bring a
and I
knife
would
to a
take your
gunfight.
you
sword.
would probably
and I would-
also have a
Look
sword,
at this.
though.
I got a gun and a sword
Yeah.
now. Woo.
I'd put the sword back in the car, and it's gonna look dope in my house.
Or we could be an anime and have a gun sword.
That's
You go home. Hey, honey, look, I got another sword today.
yeah. Did you kill someone again? You got me.
So that's an X.
Too many accidental sword injuries, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
Imagine if Plaxico Burress had a sword instead of a gun when he shot him. Okay, he's the guy who shot himself in the leg.
Who shot him up?
He's an NFL player who went to jail for shooting himself in the leg.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Athletes.
And if he had a sword instead, it
Wouldn't have happened.
wouldn't have been able to resume his career.
That's
No, fair
true.
enough. Did he resume his career after
believe
he
he
got
did,
up?
yeah.
Good
You
for
know who
him.
didn't? Michael Vick, and that's good because
did.
dogfighting's bad.
He resumed.
He came back?
he
Maybe
did.
arena football.
No,
no,
he
no.
came
Yeah,
back with
in
a
the show.
full fucking
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
money
He's like
the whole
the Chris
nine.
Brown of NFL.
Wow.
I'm just because he's got an album coming out. Fuck that guy. Tobacco companies are always losing their best customers. It's an observation.
Wow.
Not
Because
always.
they're dying.
Not all
Yeah,
the
everyone
time.
dies.
Not every. Well,
Everybody
everyone
does.
dies. Yeah.
But not because of tobacco. There's people that smoke till they're dead. Like they're
We really don't have to
107.
dwell
With
on this
that
one.
logic, you could say milk companies are losing all their best
Yeah,
customers,
they're making them fat.
There you go.
and they're
Or
dying.
they're just dying. I like how you went to fat, though.
Well, it's true.
Hit a
Too much
vibrating
milk
bed
can make
and
you fat.
calm down. Pharmacists are just drug dealers with their master's degree.
Yeah.
Particularly with the opioid crisis being what it is.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
In
Way to
that
take it topical.
in that
Wow.
respect, very much a drug dealer with a master.
If you
Went-
really
went
break
dark
it
there.
down, the doctor is the fucking dealer, and you just go to his runner to get the drugs.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You've really broken that down for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's how it works.
Are we
And
now
it's
a
like not
conspiracy?
too far from the truth, is how it feels.
That's how I like to walk that line.
Yeah.
I'm like the Johnny Cash of
Opioids?
yeah.
Opioids and vibrating beds.
Opioids.
Yeah, that's how I deal. Corbo, you got any more?
Out of all the times I've seen a squirrel, I've never seen one poop.
Oh.
Fair
That's
enough.
something I'm gonna Google.
Yeah.
Do they have
Never
like
seen a squirrel.
you know how dogs poop and the tail curls?
Yeah.
The curves? Does the squirrel's tail
Like
do that?
extra curly?
No, it goes one way, but when they poop, does it curl the other way?
Yeah,
What?
cool. Why wouldn't
Did
it?
you know a tail
You
is
don't
just an
wanna shit on
extension
your
of your
tail.
spine, eh? It's just a longer, it's part of your spine. Your tail is your spine.
I don't have a
Do you think
tail.
they have big shits because they eat like so much? Are nuts fiber?
Might-
What
might
is like
gotta
a
be.
nut-based
I feel
diet?
like squirrels are eating more than just nuts. They're
Yeah,
eating,
that's cartoons, I think.
you have been
What do you
lied
mean, bro?
to.
You have been like.
You're telling me Michael Jordan didn't play basketball with Bugs Bunny?
I was hoping he was going to stop at basketball. Didn't play basketball? Nah. That whole backstory was very intricate.
How do you feel about LeBron's Space Jam 2 as someone who was greatly
I think it's pretty
influenced
cool.
by?
I
Yeah,
think if they do, it'll probably suck. Let's be
It'll be-
honest.
it might be
It might be
good.
good.
Might be
It might
good.
be good. But
Okay.
it might
Who's
suck.
making it?
LeBron James,
No, who's making it? What company's making it?
LeBron James's company.
It's probably.
LeBron
Disney or
James
something.
himself is making it?
Well, yeah. that's
Oh,
how- that's
I
what's-
think
yeah,
he
he's
bought
got
the
a-
rights.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff.
Are you
He's
serious?
diversified.
Well, if he's smart, he'll go hit up Disney.
Yeah.
Because
LeBron
Disney
is-
doesn't make bad
You
movies.
can't. Well, they don't own the rights to the Bugs Bunny. That's Warner Brothers, so he can't hit
Oh,
up
that's
Disney.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
LeBron-
so they're going to go with DC and it's going
You don't know that. First one didn't.
It should all be superheroes
Yeah.
instead of.
Yeah.
Looney
They were gonna
Tunes.
do one with Tony Hawk, like a Space Jam with Tony Hawk, where they were all skateboarders.
That'd be pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
but Looney Tunes back in action. Remember that movie?
No.
There's a reason. It flopped so bad that it scared them from doing the
Who
Tony
would have
Hawk one.
thought?
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
I wouldn't have.
Oh
Have you seen Avengers?
no,
No, eh?
no, not a big comic book guy.
Really?
Yeah, that's why people were like, "Oh, I'm not going to spoil it for you," and it's like you can't.
So
You
I
literally
guess you
can't
don't really
spoil
have
it.
time to watch TV or go to
Yeah,
movies
just-
because you're too busy being awesome.
Well, you know what? I worked evenings or nights in radio for a long time, and
Yeah.
so I just kind of got out of
That
you
stuff?
know, watching
Stuff.
shows and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I just kind of got, you know.
And now
I was
you're the
watch-
guy that's like, oh, Game of Thrones? Never seen it.
Well,
Not gonna see it.
I-
know
you
it's
know.
about dragons and incest.
They got swords.
I have a very they got, I have a
all
short
crazy.
attention span. Like,
Fair enough. I like it.
you know.
Oh, I just hit my chair. That scared me. Well, you know what? This is basically the end of the show.
It is.
Jim, it's been a fucking blast.
I've had a great time.
You've had fun?
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Love it.
Plug stuff. We've been plugging stuff as we
Dot
go,
coms,
but
your
like
social medias, all that shit.
everything. This is your time. I'm
All
gonna
right.
pass you the proverbial basketball.
Okay.
It's yours.
Follow me on Instagram at Kerzy, Kerrzy, at the Valley City, and at Yeg Stand Up, and at Dead Baby Bear. I guess those are all.
Why not?
Those are all the ones.
Yeah.
Similar on Facebook. Edmonton Comedy would be a great one to follow on Facebook. There's a bunch of comics planning to put content and really shine a spotlight on the local comics through that page. Come out to shows. May 28th, I'll be at the Parlor downtown.
7:30.
7:30.
Be there.
We say 7:30 because no one's ever fucking there. So it'll be an 8. I always feel bad when someone does show up at like 7:10. I'm like,
I wanted to get a good seat. You're gonna be here a while,
like, well,
but you're right here.
yeah, sit up front,
Yeah.
please. May 28th, June 5th, we'll be at 9910 for one night stand up. Natasha Lynn Miles and I. And June 6th,
You're
also
just
at
not even
9910.
gonna go home.
I'm not even gonna go home.
Nope.
No,
Sleeping bag.
You know what? I lived in Sherwood Park for a few years,
Yep.
and I was driving downtown for work, and then I started doing comedy, so I was driving downtown for work and then back downtown.
Yep.
Now I live downtown, and
You're
it's just life is
downtowner.
so
Yeah.
much better.
Makes it easier. It's like the center of the city almost.
I actually started comedy when gas went to $1.30, so because
Fair
I'm
enough.
really
Fun.
smart.
Yeah.
Just great at picking
Looking
my
at
spots.
those hybrids, eh?
Hey, are you gonna go on tour or anything? Is that something in the future? Maybe go hit Saskatchewan and
Maybe. I mean,
Winnipeg.
there's a lot of comics in town that tour across the country, tour
Yeah.
Western Canada, go to all the festivals and stuff. So
Yeah.
that, it's probably something in the
future.
One of the great things about stand-up is when you go on vacation somewhere, you can see if they have
Open mics.
Yeah, my brother and sister live in Toronto. I go out there, I try and get on some shows. And
Sweet.
It's just like, what a fucking life.
Next time we see you, you'll be on Kim's Convenience.
There we go.
Because you're fucking amazing. And I
That'd be
love that
cool.
show.
That's a
Cavendish.
great fucking show.
Working Moms. CBC Classics. All out of Toronto. Anyways, Jim, is that's all? You got anything else? If the date changes for June 6th, you'll hear it second from
Yeah.
us. 'Cause we'll hear it from you. That was fun.
that was great. Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah. I'm Alec.
Jim Pell Ivan.
Corbo.
And I'm Jim.
Stay
awesome.
That was another episode of The Awesome Hour. You can get all our info at theawesomehour.com. Don't forget to rate and review us, follow our social media, and leave a comment below. Stay awesome.